I'm really hot and swollen, as you can tell. Maybe I can put a better filter. I'm having a filter right now, but at least make me not look so sweaty. Do they have natural ones? Jeez. No, I'm assuming. Okay, there's no difference. Sorry guys, I'm messing with this thing. I'm like hot and sweaty. Whatever, I'll look pale today. Let's get the comments, live chat. I'll wait for everybody. I'm freaking tired. I'm so tired. I'm still red. So far today, I've done 8,953 steps. And that was at like 1:30. Thanks, Bradley. Yeah, I've been walking all over the place today. Because you know what it is with all the clots I've been through, and I swell bad in the summer. Like it's freaking allergic to the heat. And it's all humidity right now. But I don't want any more blood clots. So, and I don't want pain while I'm sleeping. So I have to do 10,000 steps or more to prevent pain. So that's why I'm like hot and sweaty and swollen. You guys can't see it because I put a lightning thing on it, but I'm like freaking dark. And that's with lightning. Like all the lighting different. But I wanted to come on here live. I haven't been on here live in, I don't remember. That's how long ago that was. When was that? Beginning of spring? And it's summer now? I don't know. But I wanted to see if anybody had any questions, conversations, see what happens through the live. There's tons of questions that I wanted to answer on here. So if people ever wanted to know information, they could just boom, pop on my live and hear all the answers. Thank God for AC. That's all I'm going to say. I would not survive. Hey Jess, how's it going? Thanks, Jocelyn. Yeah, you know what's funny is there's many people like, does it feel different? I'm like, no. When you're an adult, it's not like when you were a kid, you look forward to your birthdays and stuff. I'm 38. That's not fun. But I'm still in my 30s on the bright side. 2 more years if I make it through, but 2 more years and I'll be 40, which not excited about. Hey, Nick. Thank you. It's good to see some of you guys. I always get like, because I do shorts, I really need to start doing long videos, which I started to. But all my shorts people who I see, it's good to see some of you guys on here. You're at work on a Sunday, bro? That sucks. What the hell do you do? It's not the city or government, because they're like on vacation all the time. Nah, I don't want to rest. I'll rest when I'm dead, technically. But I swell really bad, so I have to stay active to reduce the swelling, because again, allergic to the freaking damn heat, I'm like swollen everywhere. Oh, you guys know how I'm a researcher. So due to the blood clot thing that I had, it caused plantar fasciitis, which is, okay, so the muscle, for people that don't know this, if you get up out of bed and you're in such severe pain and it's like the fucking sucks, that's plantar fasciitis. And it's the muscle that goes, that's the bottom of your foot, from the big toe to your heel. I went online because my doctors are useless, and I was like, how can I make this better? So many doctors online will like get a tennis ball and massage your foot like 3 times a day on both feet with it. Keep doing it. The heel is the hardest thing to massage because that thing is swollen. But it works. I don't wake up in severe deadly pain anymore. Knock on freaking wood. Jesus Lord. But tennis ball works. And then they say after the tennis ball, once you get all that loose, which will be like in a month if you keep up with it, go to a golf ball, which would probably fucking hurt first. So don't do that first. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I don't want to be 54. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. I always tell people, wait until like, I don't party, bro. I haven't partied since I was 15. But doing it on a Friday is better because a lot of people don't know this. After you get extractions, you're supposed to have a 24-hour, or if it's on a Friday, you see the doctor on a Monday. They're the ones that's supposed to take out your dentures first so they can check everything, and then you keep doing it yourself. They run out. And they can teach you how to do it. First of all, I had to teach my dentist how to do mine because I have such a deep palate, and it's like curved, which I'm grateful he did that. God bless him. There's so many people that have straight up dentures, which gotta suck. But they're supposed to be curved with your jaw and your bones. When he did my mold, he like put his fingers up there and he molded every bit of it. That's why mine scoops in. It also hurts when you get it first done because it scrapes. Oh my God, it sucks so bad. But always make sure you see your dentist after you get extractions done. Which they should be doing that. I don't know why some dentists don't do that. That's stupid as hell. Because they're supposed to like maintain and make sure you have no dry socket. They can prevent it if they catch it soon enough. Yeah, I won't make it to 68. I have too many autoimmune. I barely made it through last year and the year before. Barely. Like, they're still trying to research if anybody else in this world had 40 pulmonary embolisms and lived. But I'm very stubborn. Very stubborn. Like, you're probably not going to find anybody more stubborn than me. Some people like, oh, if you do this, you're probably going to die with all these diseases. I'm like, yeah, challenge accepted. Cool. And if you lose, I'll be dead. So I can't be like, oh, I lost. So it wouldn't matter. But yeah, it's a bummer because most of you guys got to understand. I didn't get to enjoy my life like most people. I raised myself when I was very young. Very young. I was forced to be an adult. Then I had kids I gave birth to Stevie in April and I turned 20 in June. So we're like 19 years and 2 months apart. But I had the energy and was able to do that up until my mid-20s when autoimmune happened. And then it was nothing but trying to survive every year. And I've never had a year where I didn't almost die from something traumatically weird. So, I don't know. I'm hoping now that we know more about my health issues, we know more diseases that I have, which is just stop. Like, just stop. Like, I don't want to. I tell them now, I don't want to know. Just write it down. I'm fine. Like, yeah, what's the point? What's the point of knowing? At this point, I gave up on that. But I just want to not keep surviving all the time. I struggled my whole life. And I've been in severe pain my whole life. I don't know what it's like to not have pain. I don't remember that. That was before my kids were even born. That was like teenagers. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but I know I won't make it to 68. They said I'm lucky if I make it to 40. So, well, this whole thing, my fight is because I know my kids need me. I'm the only good parent they got. So I know that I will fight tooth and nail because of my kids. That's what gives me the motivation. Because, if I didn't have kids, I would have given up a long time ago. What's the point? But I definitely get my strength because of them. I'm too determined. And I want to teach my kids that no matter how hard things get, you don't just quit and give up. You keep pushing through because you got to look at it this way. I get in some special cases, people give up because it's humane. Like, you don't even know the pain we go through. But to just give up when there's so many people that would be destroyed without you, and to make them go through that kind of trauma is kind of fucked up. So I'll always be determined. It just depends on my body if it wants to give out. Like, I did my pulmonary function test. I was supposed to do it every year due to scleroderma. I don't want to. But I did it after the blood clots because, well, you definitely should after that. And what it is my body, if I exercise a tremendous amount, I'll hit up to 98 oxygen-wise. But usually, if I'm like just chilling, it's 96. And that's because, and it's only mild right now, but my lungs, because of the damage, and because my doctor just told me it was anxiety. But because of her unknowledge, kind of destroyed my body, and my lungs can't defer from carbon dioxide. It doesn't expand. It kind of damages it all. So, hopefully this year will be a better year for me. Why, thank you. You know what's crazy is people ask me what's one wish I would want is just for my kids to have a good life. You know what's crazy is now that I'm a parent and my kids are older, you give them advice and they're like, oh no, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm like, dude, you have no idea the world around you. I grew up in the hood, bro. You grew up in the country. Like, it's two different worlds. I would say going from the city life to the country life is probably the hardest. But it's like when you try to teach your kids and they don't listen to you. And you're like, I could just prevent so much bad choices you're making if you just listened a little bit. No. Girl, I have so much neuropathy, I gave up on that. I'm on the highest dosage, and actually higher than that, by law for Lyrica. I have small and large fiber neuropathy, which is peripheral nerves damage. It's like the worst neuropathy you can get. Because there's so many people have misconception when it comes to, what is it called? Fibromyalgia. That's not even an autoimmune disease. It's just overactive nerves. If you overuse something, or even athletes get it all the time, or diabetics can get peripheral neuropathy though, but it's overactive nerves is different. It's not deadly, it just sucks, and it won't kill you. Small and large fiber neuropathy are small and large peripheral nerves inside the entire body, including organs. They will kill you. I mean, it blew up my one organ, so it definitely will kill you if it wanted to. I know you didn't mean stork. You mean stroke? Yeah, I had that with this. And strokes are no joke, bro. You know what's weird is, like, you know what's going around you, but you can't say what's going around you. Mine was, it definitely wasn't severe like I've seen some people, but it's like I could see the words in my head. I know the words, but I can't say it. And that was hard. I played charades with my kids for a solid year because of that. And only my oldest understood anything I was saying. Hey, Nancy. Oh, I want to ask you guys, besides living in shitty upstate New York, well, not that upstate, but more central New York, by Cooperstown and stuff, is everybody else getting 100-degree weather? The humidity, I didn't want to live in Florida. If I wanted to live in Florida, I would move there. It's hot. Why is it so, people like, oh, there's no difference between humidity and dry heat. That's a fucking lie. Because dry heat, I prefer. I don't mind feeling the hot sun. I mean, it makes me swell, it sucks, but humidity will choke you out. You can't breathe when the humidity's at 80%. It's freaking ridiculous. Nancy, don't you live in Florida? Tell me you don't have humidity in Florida. You guys have deadly humidity in Florida. And now it came up here? Oh, you're on Staten Island? Yeah, I went there a lot when I was growing up. Yeah, that's gotta be hot. You live in California? I thought you lived in Florida. Did you move? I know I've known you for years, but I can't remember shit. Yeah, it's freaking hot. Oh, California doesn't get humidity. Because James, that helps me out with the support group, he lives in California. And he's got, like, no humidity. I'm like, fuck you. My hair, look at this. And that's tamed. Like, it's growing. Yeah, okay, we're going to talk about real field temperature. If it really feels that way, they need to stop putting down, oh, it's 80 degrees, but feels like 104. Just say it's 104. Because it ain't 80 degrees. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't live in Texas either. Yeah, humidity sucks. And it's weird. It happened before summer started. And up here, it usually doesn't get this hot until probably like end of July, early August. Not even this hot. Yeah, James is in San Diego. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't live in Los Angeles. Holy crap. That place is like the hood. Actually, it's worse than the hood. I don't even know how to describe that. Yeah, it's been extremely freaking hot up here. I'm upstate. Spring? Really? Yeah, it's been like this all week, and the weather's like, oh, tomorrow it'll be 60. It's never 60. Thunderstorms go around us. It never hits me directly. We usually get the end tail. We never get anything big. The last big thunderstorm I remember we got wasn't even big. It's just they were dumb. So there was a tree that was going over the electrical poles where I live, and they were told to fix it for a few years. Did they fix it? No. Lightning hit it once and took out our freaking electricity in dead summer for 3 days, and I was just about to go to the hospital because it was so bad. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. My breathing was like, it was crazy. And then as soon as when I was telling somebody, hey, I'm going to go to the hospital because I can't do this anymore, I heard my printer go off. And I was like, thank Jesus. It's like Jesus, like, girl, I know you hate hospitals. We're going to put this on for you. Yeah, I don't live down south, guys, because no. Your guys' heat is like no other. That's why I don't go there. I don't even think the people who live there want to live there because of the heat. Like, winter's probably beautiful. Even like spring, cool, half of spring maybe, and fall. But summer? No. Definitely not. It's too fucking hot, bro. Like, I even put it's not really a filter, it's more like a lighting on here because I was so red. I was outside. I did almost 10,000 steps already. So I'm trying to exercise because of swelling. If I just let the swelling take over, because even if I'm sleeping, an AC and a fan on me, I'll still swell from the heat because I'm a barometer, and I'll know what the temperature is when I wake up in the morning. If I'm swollen, that means it's going to be a hot day. Oh, speaking of that, because, you know, thyroid is what's causing some of it. I see my new endocrinologist, which I pray to Jesus it's not another corrupt, crappy doctor who's like, oh, you're fine. Do I look fine? I have thyroid belly. I am swollen. And, like, I ended up with 40 pulmonary embolisms because of iodine deficiency. I ain't fine. Not even close. So I see her on the 28th, which she's a DO. And there's a difference, a small difference between a DO and a doctor. It's because they took an extra holistic course on how to actually help somebody without shoving meds down their throat, which I prefer them. Because I'm on too many already. Every time I get off meds, they have to put me back on. Every time I try. It'll last a year and then boom, right back on again. They might have to up my blood thinner though. Yeah, I was just about to ask that because I was trying to make sure. My brain's all swoobly sometimes. And I know there was wildfires. I want to say it was in the north of California. South of California. And I know there's like a hurricane in that vicinity too coming up. And I'm like, dude, hurricane season already? I thought that started in like a month or something. Or like August is when it really hits. Okay, so before I go off on everything else, because, you know, I see one thing and I just go on a tangent, does anybody have any denture questions? Or tooth extraction questions? Or I'm making a part 2 that's coming out tomorrow. If you guys watched my last video, it's when you're starting this journey, this shit you need to know. So, yeah, part 2 is going to be coming out. But if you guys have any questions at all since I'm on here, and I really go on here, I'm just busy. The boys are graduating this week. Thomas graduates on Tuesday. Stevie graduates on Saturday. And I don't know how many, I hope it doesn't stay this hot. Because Thomas's is at like 6 p.m., which is still fucking hot. It's still like really hot. Stevie's is at like 10:45 in the morning, which is when it starts to get severely bad. So they're going to try to put me in the shade somewhere. Because I have to order a new sun umbrella. Like, it has to be 100, like, completely UV protected, UVV protected, and a bunch of other stuff. So I can at least somewhat block the UV so I don't swell ridiculously, but they're hard to find now. Which is annoying. And you can't use a regular umbrella, it's useless. You're just going to hurt your arm for nothing. Oh, really? See, I don't really see bears here. I mean, I'm going to see them now. But, I mean, I have a ton of deer. I got deer living in my backyard. And when the young ones were born, they wanted me to play with them. I'm like, you guys are wild animals. We can't be friends, bro. We just can't. It's even illegal if I were to feed you right now and get caught. And I don't look pretty in orange. Or black and white. So, yeah. You guys are on your own. Enjoy. But even when I went for a walk and I put that vlogging video out, the deers are following me. It's like, what am I, freaking Snow White? All wild animals follow me. Did I tell you guys what happened 2 years ago? I was walking on Main Street, and this squirrel, an actual squirrel, which I thought was somebody's pet originally, climbed up me, literally nuzzled his nose at me, and then sat on my feet to walk with me. I looked at a guy, I'm like, this your squirrel? He goes, no, I thought it was yours. I'm like, why is he so friendly? And he was like, I don't know. So we have a park, it's Huntington Library Park. It was a beautiful park until they took down the trees. Well, a lot of them anyway. But they did replant, but it still looks like shit now. But those squirrels are super friendly. Everybody feeds them. Everybody does all the stuff. And they're too friendly. One wanted me to go. I'm like, you're not coming home with me. You're a fucking squirrel. Like, why are you being nice to me right now? I'm usually terrified of squirrels. I don't know why. Not anything else but squirrels and bees. But, yeah, this one was so friendly. Like, beyond friendly. I've never seen anything like it before. Well, I am to kids and animals. I love animals. And I love kids. But I hate people. I say that all the time. But I explain it. It's not that I hate all people. I don't like shitty people. And unfortunately, there's more shitty people nowadays than good people. So I get along with good, nice people all day long. But shitty people, I have to stay home. It just keeps me out of trouble. Hey, everybody popping in. You're still taping them off, dude? I thought you'd be done by now. What dosage are you on now, Diane? Yeah, if you guys are on, like, that's not even just pain meds. It's anxiety meds, depression meds, nerve pain meds. Like, most meds in the world, if you're on them, and a lot of them are dangerous, and doctors put people on them for wrong reasons, but it's like steroids. I have my friends that do corticosteroids, or autoimmune people. I hate prednisone because it either makes you cry a lot or angry. And one of my friends, they put her on it her whole life. Like, most of her adult life. She was on it. And I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to. I'm like, even my autoimmune doctor says it's only short-term only. You cannot stay on it because it causes damage to the lungs if you're on it long-term. And she was trying to get off of it. She just couldn't. Her lungs would just shut. And I'm like, dude, you're going to be stuck on that shit. And if that's not good. I hate when doctors do more harm than good. They suck. Hey, Eleanor. Yeah, that's Care Credit. They do that through all dental and medical. It's a Care Credit line. I had one, and then I just closed it off. But I had it for just in case purposes. Like, I had insurance, but just in case their dumbasses don't cover something, I had a backup. And, I mean, well, no matter what work you get done, medical or dental, you have to pay it no matter what. So you could do payments. They don't ever expect anybody to pay it all up front. But usually they don't do any denture work or extractions or anything until they're paid up front. Unless you have Care Credit. It all went on Care Credit. But yeah, you're going to have to, no matter what, you still have to pay the bills because they did it for you. It's like, say you paid for dentures and they did a shit job and they're not remaking the denture because of their own stupidity. It's the same concept. That's awesome. That's a great moment. I love funny moments like that. It kind of makes your day. Well, girl, I've seen people own the price of a Tesla to get dentures done. At affordable dentures, by the way. It's not affordable. If you're paying 25 to 50 grand for dentures and extractions, that's absurd. That's not affordable. They got to change the name to that damn place because it ain't affordable. But yes, if you sign a contract with them saying that you want this service and you're going to pay this, that's all signed contract. Everybody signs that. So yeah, you still have to pay it. Yeah, my Medicare didn't pay shit, but I have Medicare and Medicaid if Medicare doesn't cover it. And my denture is Medicaid covered. And only permanent dentures. They won't cover the immediate dentures. Because you don't really need immediates. But it's nice to have the freaking immediates, especially with healing. I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend healing with immediate dentures. Because you learn quicker how to use dentures. You can eat whatever the frick you want. Like, it just makes life better. Yeah, a soft reliner, girl. If you guys' dentures are big, you should have stayed on top of soft reliners. Soft reliners need to be stayed on top of. If you do not have a warranty, you can always do it yourself at any time frame, any point. You can do it yourself. It's going to be cheaper anyway than the dentist. If you have a warranty, you can only get it done through the dentist. Because they will void your warranty if you do it yourself. But I tell you guys till I'm blue in the face. I've been sitting here for 4.5 years telling you, you absolutely need to do soft reliners. You can't go around them. You can't. You can't. Your dentures, you'll never have a good quality life without them. So no matter what time frame you need them. Say you're on permanent dentures and you don't need them immediately with permanent dentures. But say you will in 6 months. Okay, do them when you need them. If it's a little loose, rocking, adhesive's not going to work. If you have any rocking, any space whatsoever, and it's loose, water comes in and melts the adhesive. It's useless. All adhesives melt in water. So you absolutely need to do soft reliners. Absolutely. Girl, if you're only on 1 milligram, why don't you just get off of it? They usually have people do that, because 1 milligram is a low dosage. I mean, it might suck for like a week. I wouldn't even say it would suck for a week, because I did that with Ativan. I literally went down to 0.5 for 2 days and stopped. Like, it's a pretty low dosage. Like, I get when you cut down to when you're at 5 milligrams, you slowly cut down. But at 1 milligram is a low dosage. You could just get off it. You might have, like, joint pain for a day, and I don't mean severely, it'll just happen. But even when you're on 0.5 and you go down to 0.5 and you get off it, you're still going to have some symptoms. So that's why I said, just get off it. Because the longer you're on the medication, the longer it stays in your system, the longer it's going to cause problems. And if you're breathing, anxiety meds labor your breathing. Especially if you take them before you go to bed. It actually slows down your breathing, where people have almost died and have died from anxiety meds. From meds that are even emergency anxiety, like Ativan, Clonopin, all of them, Valium, all of it. It slows down the breathing and will shut it down. So the quicker you get off the meds, the better you are. Like, I have my Ativan, but I just keep it rarely. Like, I rarely use it. I was using it during pulmonary embolisms, well, because pulmonary embolisms. But after that, I didn't really taper myself off. Well, I did it myself, but it was like easy peasy. It's low dosage. But I save whatever's left in case I have an emergency panic attack one day. Like, Heather, you got 1 day to live. All right, I'm going to pop some Ativan right now. It's a little chill out for a minute so I can think. You know, shit like that. Yeah, first of all, top denture, I always say, is the easiest. It is the easiest. Now, the whole thing is people don't like the bottom denture because one doesn't have a palate. It just comes out. And see how mine are, like, in steady? They don't move? Well, because I do soft reliners correctly to where it's perfectly balanced and in line. I don't need adhesive. I just use Denture Fit. And as long as it's an even bite when you bite down, and there's no rocking, no movement, no none of that, then you did it right. Even mine's like a little loose on the side. I'm fine. I've eaten dentures in worse conditions. Eat with dentures, but yeah, top denture is easy because you know what it is? All the food and liquid don't go up top. Gravity's a bitch. And we all know that as an adult, so it goes straight down. And when it goes down, it sucks. We'll just say that. So make sure you stay on top of soft reliners because food and liquid goes onto the bottom 24/7. They don't go up top. They don't do any of that. That's why the top stays good. I had a soft reliner in my mouth for an entire year and it was bone dry and still looked the same as when I put it in. It is because nothing goes up top. As long as you have a good soft reliner, you're good. If it's your first year, you're probably going to have to do the top. I mean, your gum shrinkage is a bitch. But I would say every month and a half, we'll just say on average. If it's the bottom, you can't miss. You have to be doing it every damn month or every 3 weeks because gum shrinkage, again, sucks. No adhesive is going to work on the bottom because you have so many holes Any looseness, even the tiniest bit of looseness, will go in and melt the adhesive. So that's why I would never use adhesive. I even never used adhesive on my bottom denture. Never. But if your dentures are too big, girl, soft reliner. Diane, I've told you a billion times. Soft reliner. I tell you in emails, I tell you on YouTube Shorts, I tell you everywhere, you have got to do soft reliners. I feel like a lot of, well, not for everybody, but some people like, I just can't be bothered. Or if you have a warranty, it's covered. If you do not, you can do them yourself. It's easy. Make sure you're quick about it because material hardens. So if it's relining, you gotta mix like dumb quick. Like when I mean like quick, I mean like have nobody around you, no distractions. It has to be super quick. Pour it onto the denture and pop it in your mouth. Let it sit there. It might tingle and burn a little bit, but that's normal because of the alcohol content. It's like kind of like using secure adhesive. Same concept. Too much alcohol. And alcohol is not good for the dentures using it every day. On a soft reliner, it's fine because it's just you're putting it in once. Oh, my phone's gonna fall off. Stay, phone. I didn't want to take my case off my phone, so it's like hanging on by a thread in my little... Is it raining? No. It sounded like it was probably the air conditioner. But, guys, please do soft reliners. You're stressing me out, dog. Do soft reliners. Please. If it ain't for you, for my sanity. For the love of God. I don't know how many times... I think people are afraid to do it. I'm not really sure. But do damn soft reliners, man. It ain't hard. Throw the shit in there. Pop them in your mouth. Bite down to make sure. Or if you have both. If you're doing the top, put it into your suck zone. Thumb in the middle. Push it a little bit forward. Press, press, press. Bite for the next 4 to 6 minutes. And you're golden. It's so easy. I have to do mine because my bottom one's falling apart. But I just got approved for my hard reliner. So, which I never expected that, to be honest with you, because I know Medicaid don't cover shit. But because I have autoimmune, my dentist is like, dog, you need to approve this for her. Because even though she's using soft reliner and she can eat, I want to have her use less soft reliner and have her a good full coverage. So he's like, please approve this. She has 7 autoimmune. The girl can't take it anymore. Do it. So they approved it. It's funny, my dentist had to get on board. He was like, all right, dude, do it for her. So I'll be doing that. Me and Stevie go back at the same time because he just got his mold done. Because, by the way, Medicaid covers your own mouth guard. And they mold it to your teeth so you don't wear this big bulky ass shit that they have in the stores. It's like fucking paper thin and it just prevents it. My kids are teeth grinders. Which, so am I, so I can't hate. Okay, but I do want to mention, for anybody who's new watching this, and you're just afraid to talk to me, which I don't bite, I'm on TV here. Always make sure when you guys are doing your permanent dentures, no matter what stage you're doing your permanent dentures at, if you can't get immediate dentures and you're getting permanent at 3 months, or you're getting them at a year and a half, doesn't matter. If you get your permanent dentures and you're doing your wax try-on, for the love of God, make sure you take pictures of them in your mouth and out of your mouth. Because I don't know how many times I've seen it where people thought that they were getting the same thing they did with the wax try-on. And they ended up with something that didn't even fit in their mouth. And it was, like, useless. And they're like, well, you signed for it and you said it was fine. And they're like, well, it's not the same thing. And they're like, prove it. Take pictures. Take pictures. Smile. Because it shows the midline and it shows the teeth and the center. And when you take them out of your mouth, it shows how they are. Also, if you want to take a little video, and that's optional, but if you want to take a little video and pull on it to show that it's not loose, that'll also help you in a court of law, ladies and gentlemen, or just in front of them because you can't ignore video with proof. So the whole thing is I've always been a trusting person until I got older, and I've been screwed over by too many people. So whether you trust somebody or not, cover your ass. Because I've been burned. Even in this denture world, I've already been burned by 3 companies already who used me. And the second I got sick, they just ghosted me. And that's not people I want to represent anyway. But, like, I'm all about being caring and having somebody's back. And if somebody's like that, it's not the type of people I want to be around. So always make sure you cover your butt. Just because you think somebody's nice and whatever, don't mean they're not going to turn on you one day. Always cover your butt. Always. You have to. Because being too trusting has gotten me burned too many times. Way too many times. But always take pictures, guys. And check the midline. So midline should be dead center right through here. So like right here. It should be, see? And it goes, it's dead center. It's right where it's supposed to be. So always make sure that that's done correctly. And you want, again, that's what the pictures are for. It proves that the midline was straight. I've known now probably about 14 or 14 or 15 people since I've been doing YouTube where they took pictures because I told them to. But, you know, the dentist walked away for a minute. They took pictures, did all that. And then when they got the denture back, the midline was like not even close to where it's supposed to be. And they're like, well, how do you know it's messed up? She's like, I took pictures that day. Here's the date. It proves it. It's the day that I sat in your chair, which, again, you can see that. And the midline was correct. You guys need to redo the denture because you guys messed up. And that's what I always say. I feel like the in-house denture making is always bad. Or just not as good. Like, my dentures got sent out to California, the biggest denture people making. And I know quite a few dentists that do the same. They make beautiful dentures, and they listen. Because my dentist said, listen, she's young. And I think it was, how old am I? Just 33, 34? I was like 33 going on 34. And they were like, she's young, please make them look amazing. And they did. Did you guys disappear? Well, it says the live is still going. Okay, somebody comment so I know that somebody's here. Because it got really quiet, which is unusual for my peoples. Yeah, it's showing it. Oh, never mind. It was stuck on my end. So thank you guys. See, it was stuck on my end, but once I went back into it gives you a chat lineup, and I clicked live chat, and it showed more. So I'm going to go back to find out where I started. Oh my god, you guys did comment a lot. See, I told you it was rare for my people to not talk. The best reliner that I will swear by, now I don't work with anybody, guys. I'm just going by what I use all the time, is Denture Fit. But I would, if you want like a cheap one, it's like $8 now, or I remember when it was like $5, but $8 or $9. It's Reline It from Dentech. I mean, it tastes like nail polish, which most of them do. Denture Fit is the only one that doesn't. Even the dentist one tastes like freaking nail salon. But I don't like Permasoft. I think that's crap. I think all of them are crap, except for Denture Fit. And if you need a cheap, just quick reliner, just get Reline It. It's at Walmart, it's at Target, it's at every drugstore in the world. Get it, because it does help if you're in a budget. You don't need to go off the wall, but I don't use adhesive because of Denture Fit. Oh, I just saw what you said, Diane. I think you told me that in the email. I don't remember. That your spinal cord thing stopped working. Yeah, I mean, you probably did overstimulate, girl. Don't mess with your spine. I tell these people all the time, listen, I got 3 diseases in my spine. It's a shit show. I have herniated discs from my neck all the way down to my tailbone. I would never get a stimulator because that could cause permanent worse damage than what you started with. So please be careful. Make sure you get information on every aspect before you make any decision. Don't make decisions off quick, I need pain relief now kind of thing. You need to really listen to everything. Because if you're in pain now, that shit can hurt. I had one person that told me that the first couple of days, the stimulator went haywire and just kept shocking her, and they had to do emergency surgery and get it out, and she had permanent damage. So I really wouldn't risk it. Okay. For paranormal gaming, question. You're getting permanent... oh, you said you're getting dentures. I thought you said permanent dentures. Don't get permanent dentures at 6 months, guys. That's just another immediate. Wait until that full year if you've already had immediate dentures. I'm so glad I reset the chat. I knew it was weird. Oh, see, Delta Dental is good. I had that when I worked at Walmart. It was like an extra. And it's cheap. And you get dentures and shit with it. I think it was like $10 back then when I paid for it. And it was like, if my insurance didn't cover it, I had that to back me up. And it was great. Nancy, doing permanent dentures at 11 months. I wouldn't recommend that, because you're still going to have a really loose denture. Because you got to think, you guys are going to have your dentures for 7, 8 years. Some people, insurance won't do it for 10. So, think of it this way. Do you want them that big by then? They're going to be, like, big, where they're sunken in. Okay, I found the beginning. Yay! Okay, please do not do a soft reliner until 1 month after extractions. Please. It is a known fact. You can do your research yourself. It says everywhere. Do not use adhesive. Do not do a soft reliner, hard reliner, until 1 month after extractions. No sooner. Because you'll rip out your healing skin. You will cause dry socket in some people. It's a mess. Please don't do it. Wait the month. Baby Yoda. So weird to say that sentence, just saying. Wear them. See, I always tell people, wouldn't it be more embarrassing to, like, not have teeth and look like a old witch back from the Disney cartoons? You guys remember that? I love that show. Like the old school Halloween cartoons. I still watch it with my kids every Halloween. I don't care how old I am. But it builds you confidence. And really, nobody's looking at your teeth but you. And in the beginning, everybody's self-conscious because you got to build the confidence up. But when you start seeing it all fitting into place, when you start seeing your smile, when you start seeing all of that, it builds you the confidence to walk through life with banging ass teeth and people will be like, damn, I wish my teeth were like that. That's the feeling you want. So it all starts within you. It really does. Cushion grip is not a soft reliner. Holy shit, how many videos do I need to make? Sorry guys, I'm running through everything. Cushion grip is not a soft reliner. Do not use it as a soft reliner. Like, there is no, it's not even an adhesive, but they put it down adhesive on the box because it's illegal to put down for a soft reliner when it only lasts a day or two. And it doesn't even do that. Like, it was crap after 5 hours for me. It's a waste of money. Like, $10 every couple of days? Are you kidding me? It's way more. It's like quadruple of what freaking Denture Fit is. Like, a soft reliner lasts 3 months or longer depending on your gum shrinkage. It also depends on how you take care of it. Bro, do not use cushion grip as soft reliner. It's not. Please don't do that. I've made hundreds of videos begging people to stop saying that. Do not use it. It is not a soft reliner. It lasts a day. There's no word for what that is. Diane. I have 100 videos, girl. It teaches you how to do a soft reliner one-on-one, like me doing it with you. You don't need to fly anybody out to help you with a reliner. No. Dentures do not affect your bone, especially if you wear, first of all, if you wear a soft reliner, nothing is going to bang and destroy your bone. The only thing that takes away your bone is when you get teeth out, that's your bone loss. And the rest of your bone fills in the whole sockets. And that's why it's a thin ridge. If you eat right, you keep your dentures out while you're sleeping, you only wear them, from when you wake up to when you go to bed. If you actually take care of yourself, no, it won't cause any harm. If you have a bone deficiency, or osteoporosis, something like that, then yes, but it's not really the dentures, it's more like the disease. Okay, I don't know who ever said cushion grip worked 4 to 5 days. That's funny. Because I've never seen anybody, you go online, nobody will tell you it lasts 4 to 5 days. It might say it on the box. Even though the box I think it says 7 days or something like that. It doesn't. And the original person who owned the company of Cushion Grip gave it up. That's why it went missing for years. And then it finally came back about 3 years ago. And then it was big. The pharma company that owns it, they even emailed me and said, hey, listen, don't do direction wise because everybody says it doesn't work. Do what other people do. Put little balls, stick it where you need it. I'm like, that is dumb. Why would anybody do this over a soft reliner? Any soft reliner, if done properly, and you're not in massive gum shrinkage, will last 3 months or more. If you're in a whole bunch of gum shrinkage, as long as you keep your soft reliner good, you don't have to keep taking it out. You can put it on right on top. And then once it starts to go bad, that's when you take out the soft reliner. It starts to live, becomes a mess. But Cushion Grip sucks. Why would you keep paying for something $14 every 4 days, even if you want to use 4 days? When Denture Fit is $60 and it lasts you 3 months. Do the math. Yeah, I say that all the time. Relining is the same thing as a dentist's office. Just the dentist's office charges you $250 to $350 per denture, which is, I think, a total freaking ripoff. But it's literally the same fucking thing. There's no difference. I've had them both, and I can tell you there's no difference. It tastes like shit, though. But if you want to get that reline dentist's office acrylic disgusting alcohol taste out of your mouth, it literally tastes like a nail salon if you've ever been in one. If you take, like, I would say a cup filled with water and put about 3 to 4 tablespoons of baking soda in it, stir it really, really good and put your denture in it. Let it soak it up and neutralize the odors and taste. You might need to do it another time. I tell people to let it sit for about a couple hours, so you could even do it overnight. Make sure you rinse it, clean it right after the first soak, try it out. If it's good, then you don't need to do it again. If it's just a little bit more and you just don't want to taste that, do it again. You might have to do it for a little less, though. Like, you don't need to do it for, if you want to do it overnight or do it for like 4 hours, I would say a couple hours. That's just to make sure it's out. But baking soda and water neutralizes that shitty taste. How do I know? Because I learned it when I was going through that same process. What? The wax try-on is signing your contract? No. When you first start your denture journey, and they're doing extractions, they do all that, you're signing that contract there. It runs down everything you're going to get done. If you get immediate dentures, that'll be on there. Extractions will be on first on list. Then they'll say you're going to do a wax try-on, then you're going to do permanent dentures. Here's how much you owe. This is if extra if you're doing a warranty, or if you're not doing a warranty. That'll all say on that first piece of paper before you start any extractions, anything. Then when you're going through your wax try-on, you're going to sign off and say it is good to go. That's exactly how the wax try-on is how you want it to be. You sign it off, so they start the permanent denture. That's why I say pictures are everything. If they were perfectly amazing when you did the wax try-on, but when you got it back, the midline's off, it's freaking loose, falling out your face, blah, blah, blah. Those pictures will prove that they need to redo the permanent denture. So always make sure your butt is covered. Because I know many dentists will say, nope, you're on your own. You want a new denture, you got to pay for it, which is grimy. Because, I mean, like, hey, if they wanted somebody to paint their house blue and somebody came and painted it red, I would be like, nope, if you want me to paint your house again, it's going to be this. No, if it's that person's mistake, it's their mistake. Own it. But to get your permanent denture, you have to sign off on the wax try-on saying it's good. If you have any problems with it, you have to say that to your dentist. Say it's loose. I'm not signing off on it until it fits properly. And they'll do another wax try-on. So if you want things fixed, they'll send it out. Another wax try-on comes back. I know people who've done 7 sittings. 7 wax try-ons to make sure they got what they wanted. And they were going to give up after 3. I'm like, don't. Put your foot freaking down. I know it's annoying and I know you want your damn denture. But you have this for the next 7 to 10 years. Fight for it. Because it's what your smile is going to be for the next decade. There's no going back. Unless you want to pay the extra money for it. So I've helped many people. Many people to get out of that shit. Always make sure you take pictures. But once you say it's good, and I always took a picture of the contract of what I said was wrong and what needs to be done. I took a picture. It only be permanent if you fix this, this, and this, and this. I took a picture, so when it comes back, if those weren't fixed, I'm like, oh, but it was on this, and that was your handwriting. Cover your ass. Always. That's not necessarily true, Whistledown. If it smells like nail salon, it's the same soft reliner as a dentist's office. That's not even true. Because Permasoft tastes like the dentist's office, and it's not even close to being anything like Reline It and the dentist's office. So that's definitely not true. Yeah, when you have a dentist that's that awesome like mine is too, it's rare. I've been to a lot of shitty dentists. My dentist now, which I pray to Jesus, he does not freaking retire on me. Everybody retires. But he's amazing. I love that dentist. I have people that called me up. Heather, I live in PA. Can you tell me who your dentist is? And I'm like, well, PA is not that far from me, depending on where you're coming from. So, I mean, I'm at the PA border 45 minutes from where I live. Thank you, Eleanor, if you're still on here. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to answer everybody. I had to go back. Well, Eleanor, I feel like I say things. Like, I'm not saying to everybody, because I know some people absolutely do take advice. But there are other people, I think they expect to hear something easy or something that's, like, effortless. And if it's not, they won't take the advice, which is frustrating. But it's the only thing I can do, you know? I can only do so much. I can't go to your house and be like, do it. I can't do that. Yes, Whistledown, everything you're saying, you're just repeating after me. I already said to be super quick with the reline. You're saying everything after me. Diane, my mouth is small too. Like, we had a special order a children's one. Because due to scleroderma, my mouth shrinks, and I got a permanent nose job because of it. The disease is overproduction of collagen, so everything shrinks and hardens. It sucks. And my mouth don't even open up that wide anymore. That's as far as it opens, and that fucking hurt. I'm gonna have to do some T&J exercises or figure that out. But yeah, it's hard to get into the mouth at all for me. My mouth barely opens. But they had to use a super small one. Like, super small. And we had to special order it and go from there. And he goes, girl, why is your mouth so damn tiny? I'm like, scleroderma. It shrinks everything. It sucks. Diane, your dentures are only a mess because you won't do soft reliners. And I'm not even sure why you won't. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, every time you've asked a question, I've answered you, soft reliner, girl. And doing snap-ins, remember, that's more work. You got to clean the implants in your mouth. And you need 4 on top if you're doing the bottom. Most people do the top, the bottom only, and not do the top because the top is pretty easy. But if you do them for both, that's 4 on top, 4 on the bottom is what it should be to have good stabilization. The less you use, the less security you're going to have with snap-ons. Nancy, that would be denture fit. You remember the videos I used to always tell everybody? It's like being in a fucking cloud. Like, I had so much, because I have so much nerve pain, but my dentures always hurt all the time. So when I did denture fit, it's like I didn't even feel it in my mouth. And that was like the best moment I've ever had in my life. Boom, best moment. Not feeling a hard piece of crap acrylic digging at your gums is awesome. Hey Maggie, I haven't seen you in forever. Denture Fit is the best. Funky Uncle John, how's it going? Well, see, Diane, I would actually agree with you on that. I would not use it as an adhesive, clearly, or it's not freaking adhesive, but there's no other way to categorize it. There's like no other subject. It's obviously not a soft reliner, but I would say like cushion grip is good after you do a soft reliner, and say you need a tiny, tiny bit of it because you have like a bone chip coming out, it's digging into you. Boom, put it right on it. Like, I would say for, like, emergency purposes, if something hurts, then put it on it. But other than that, no. You don't ever use it for anything else. But yeah, I would 100% agree with you on that. Oh my god, paranormal. It's crazy that you said that. Because when I first got dentures, my dentist, when I first saw him that next day, because I have 24 hours, you're supposed to see the dentist, and he was like, I've never in my life heard somebody have better speech. And I'm like, well, my mouth is shrinking, remember? So you opened it up with dentures. So now I can have better speech. And he was like, that's freaking awesome. Hold on, I have another patient that's also dentures. I want you to meet him. And he was like, you just got this done 24 hours ago? I'm like, bro, it hurts like a mother. But yeah. He goes, why is your speech so clear? I'm like, because I feel like when people have it in their mouth, they're more afraid to speak. So they either don't speak, practice, or do whatever. But if the denture is loose, you're also going to have, a lisp. So if a dentist handed you a denture that is loose as hell, like not like slightly loose, but like loose as hell, or like fling, and you can fling it right out, hand it back to them and say, no, I didn't pay you for a denture that don't fit. Hey, Beverly. Soft reliner. Yeah, I'm really the person that is honest. But you know what it is? I talk to everybody how I would want somebody to be honest with me. I'm not Willy Wonka. I ain't going to sugarcoat shit. I want the truth. And that's how I treat everybody, because that's how I would want to be treated. I want somebody to be honest with me, not somebody to push me into shit that's not even true or helpful. That's only for the first year. It's rapid. And then after the first, I would say 15, 16 months, gum shrinkage loosens. Okay, so you guys can understand something. Picture your mouth, what it looked like when all the teeth were just ripped out. Holes of blood clots, right? So to fill in those holes, the rest of the jawbone comes in and fills it all in. So it's not gum shrinkage. It is the bone filling in to where your sockets were. And it takes time. Doesn't do it overnight. That's why it takes a year. That's why you're supposed to be in immediates for a year. Because when you go into permanent dentures, it's way slower. But yeah, soft reliner is always going to be the answer, guys. All right, guys, I gotta go. It's 2:40 and I'm going to spend time with some of my kids. Because one's doing one thing, one's doing another. It is what it is. And then I got to make homemade pizza and do all that. But I love you guys. Stay safe. If you guys want me to do more lives, like maybe bi-weekly or weekly, just put in the comments and I'll see it and I'll majority rules and we'll go with that. Later, guys. Wear your damn dentures. Always wear them.